Hello, friends, and welcome to an Unexpected Podcast, and welcome to LEP Part 3. We move away from the unfinished Unexpected Studio into our own Hall of Fire, where we were serenaded by two wonderful, wonderful elves. If you listen closely, you can hear them playing softly in the background. So, it's just wonderful. The fireside conversations lasted deep into the night. We probably wrapped up around 2 or 3 a.m., so... and you know me, in an effort to stay true to my wizard nature, I drifted in and out of conversations. I disappeared and reappeared at times. So I'd like to thank EB, Erica Barnes, for guiding us / narrating the events that took place beside the fire. She did an amazing job, and it's been really neat for me to go back and listen to all these conversations. So overall, it was just a wonderful experience, and this was a great way for us just to kind of wrap up the night, wrap up the long-expected party. So join us by the fire as we discuss our favorite Lord of the Rings characters. Enjoy. Passing around the fire. Tara, are you sitting down? You staying with us?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Put some books for you.
Do you want to... Are you sitting clear over there?
Yeah, I'm sitting over
Okay. Here you go. I'm going to see... You want to record, Tara?
I don't know.
No. Let me go find it.
I don't really know.
If we're talking about lower back hair ponytails.
Nope.
Probably not.
We are not.
Maybe it would be good for me to sit here, because I don't want to be
Well, I guess Philip's up. He's up. I'm up. You might as well have a seat and talk with me, my good friend. Why don't you take that bad boy? Thank you, Jen. That's perfect. Okay, so let's recap. That's which character do you admire
And why?
And then which character reflects who you are?
Who do you think best actually represents you?
Wow. All right, young man, you are on the spot here.
Okay.
Let's think about this.
Who do I most admire? So, I would like to think that I would want to be like Aragorn, in the sense that he accepts his fate and kind of charges headlong into battle, and at the cost of his life, and he's just a badass. Like, who wouldn't want to be a ranger?
Yeah.
I mean, and then be a king, and now who do I feel I'm most like?
Yeah.
Now that, and it revolves the last episode, I feel like Éomer, whenever he was emotional on the battlefield and he kind of just was super stubborn and lost control, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that.
You mean after he had learned about...
Éowyn,
yeah.
Éowyn, and seeing Theoden die,
Yeah.
and then just kind of the overwhelming feeling of that they might lose.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm at a much better place. So I don't feel like I'm that way, but I see how I can be, or I was that angry.
Yeah.
Like, he was almost kind of disconnected from what was going on.
Yep.
And and super stubborn, and put a lot at risk. So yeah, that's. And I admire both of them, though. So
Well, I mean, they're both like. I mean, so Éomer, right, is like he is similar in a way, right, to Aragorn. I mean, just that he's got to take over
and be king.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
But you're right, in that moment. I mean, he was just the anger, or like all those emotions just came pouring out. It was just. It's crazy. I mean, he thought he had lost really like everything and everyone who was precious to him, which is
I think that last reread, that episode, and I listened to that on the way here, I was like in my car and all my feelings on the drive here. So but those, I mean, and I think those characters are so similar as well, like their paths and kind of fighting for everything to keep their people alive, both of their people. So
dang, man. I mean, that we're starting off like with between the music and just everything, and you just took us like layers.
Sorry.
I asked for it. Jen asked for it specifically, so
great
that's
question.
amazing.
So,
all right, let's
pass
is
it on.
everyone, yeah. EB, are you down to answer that question too?
Sure, I guess.
So, passing the torch here. We're going to recap. So, we're wondering, EB, your favorite, a character that you're. Let me think.
She said admire.
That you admire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so I would just character that you like, right?
Yeah.
Your fave.
Yeah.
And then, who best represents you, I guess.
Character I most admire, Eowyn, definitely. She's always my number one.
Yeah.
She's, I don't know, she has goals, she has dreams. They societally might be out of her reach, and she doesn't care about that.
Right.
And she does what she needs to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's awesome.
Okay. So that's someone you admire. Or
for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most represents me. I don't know. Probably a Hobbit. I don't know that I could pick one.
You're just a Hobbit.
I'm just totally a Hobbit person.
Totally a Hobbit. Yeah.
Short, enjoys food. Yeah, I don't know. I like hanging out at home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a homebody. So yeah,
That's
definitely a Hobbit in general. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Talking about this type of stuff and then
Yeah.
like listening to our Elvish friends play their music
Oh yeah.
is literally killing me right now. On the inside, in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mel, do you want to answer that question?
What's the question, sorry?
Who do you most admire out of the series, and who do you think most represents you?
You could take that over there with you.
No, I don't. Okay, this seems like an operation.
It's an operation, trust me. The one thing we don't do is we don't put the cable in the fire, okay?
I won't burn
Actually,
the
hey,
table.
can we do that? Hey, Mel.
It'll be the rotating chair then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Almost over
okay.
here. That's a good idea, guys.
Oh, look, I'm interviewed by you again.
Hey, Phil, last
I
year
didn't have
we were
to.
passing the mic around, almost burnt the damn cable.
There's a drink somewhere around there. Please don't knock it. It's full of gin. So, who
All
I most
right.
admire?
Yes, in Middle Earth. Yeah.
So, I most admire Aragorn.
Aragorn, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he represents me in the fact that I said this actually in my email. Even though he has inherited so much, he works for every bit of it. He doesn't just take it for granted that he is the heir of Isildur. It's not like he goes around going, I'm the heir of Isildur. I can get whatever I want just because I'm the heir of Isildur. He works for it. He spends all those years serving his countries and everything. So he serves in Arnor, being their chieftain. He serves in Gondor as Thorongil. He even serves in Rohan, just learning their ways. Sorry, how close do I have to hold this?
You're good. You're good.
And I really admire that because I come from a family that could just hand a lot over to me.
Yeah.
That could get me far, but always I've been told, you earn your own way. Like, we're going to help you as we can. We're going to support you, but we're not just going to hand you these things easily. You've got to earn them yourself. And I really feel I connect with that a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
it is surprising, right, that he didn't flaunt it more, right? In a sense, I'm like, but that's why I love him because he could have and he does. And then when he does, it's almost like less is more, right? I mean,
it's the appropriate time.
Yeah.
He does it when it's appropriate.
Yeah.
So there's points like in Rohan, the great scene where, they're like, you have to hand your weapons over.
Yes.
And he goes, this weapon is so precious and so important. I need to make sure the importance is known so nobody else touches it. And that's when he flaunts it and says, if anyone touches my sword, they will know it, kind of thing.
Right.
And like when he gets to Gondor, he turns around and says, this is the city of the steward and I shall not enter without invitation.
Yes.
Even though he could say, it is my city, it is my birthright. He goes, no, if I enter here, I know I'm going to cause trouble.
Right.
And despite my right to it, that is less than trouble it will cause at this time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, he knows how to go about things the right way. He's it's almost like we talk a lot about like his foresight and his ability to kind of see what his actions and what he does is going to like what the consequences of that will be.
Definitely.
And he's very intentional in everything that he does. So yeah, I can see why. I mean, he's fantastic. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get that. I mean, Aragorn is just, I don't know. He's got to be one of your faves. So character that you most sort of that you think emulates you, or that you think that you connect with, or that you
Aragon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So both. Oh yeah. So
yeah,
like you admire him, and you think because you're family.
The family. Like, I'm not saying we're like super wealthy or anything, but I could my dad, or my grandparents even, my grandparents are quite wealthy.
Yeah. Could
step in any time into my life and say, here's a bunch of money to make your problems go away.
Yeah.
But they don't, and I don't want them to, because in the end, I want to work through my own problems. I want to make my own way, and in many ways, if he had just gone, this is who I am, look at all my tokens, the world would have been easy for him. They'll be like, oh, great, you're a king. Here's a throne. Here's a crown. Mm-hmm. Be a king.
Yeah, true.
And he doesn't. He works his way through. He earns respect through his actions. Like, he leads the fellowship and everything. He does things like that. He shows himself as a leader rather than just saying, this is who I am, just give me everything.
Yep. I'm with you. And it's neat that's also, he's your favorite character, and that's who you kind of see yourself as. That's epic. That's cool. Awesome. Melby, I can't believe you're all the way from Austria. I still can't get over it.
9,610 miles.
It's so good.
From my front door to this front door.
So great. That is so great. Oh, all right. Let's see. Thank you for answering this question. Thank you. Yep, I got you. Oh boy. Yeah.
You've got shirts in storage if I hit you up tomorrow morning at breakfast or something?
I think I do, yes. I need to double check here.
Pay for them. I don't want
No.
American.
No, let me see if I can find. I'm gonna have to go look in my trunk and then maybe even roll back and see. But I think I could.
I really
yeah.
want, I just don't want to pay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who is next? Does anyone want to come to the hot seat? Anybody? No one. Everyone's afraid. Allie, are you too afraid to come over to the hot seat? Are you afraid to come answer a few questions? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't like that question? You can come up with something else.
I don't like that question.
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Oh no, we can talk about whatever. But
so you're not able.
I don't like this question because I can't pick a character that I feel like I relate to. Yeah.
Why? Let's go with that.
Who do I admire the most? Well, I'm gonna go for like the most cliche answer ever, Frodo.
Really?
Like, what a task, man.
Yeah. Okay.
That's admiration that I have for him. Like, drastically. Like, he didn't have to do that. I mean, he did, but like, he could have bitched out.
He kind of could. I mean, he saw that you're kind of right. I mean, he could have just said, do I need? I mean, he did his part, right? He got it there to Rivendell, so he did more than his part actually. Mm-hmm. Went further than he was intended to go, or maybe that Gandalf thought he would go. So you're right. Yeah, I mean, so you admire him. I like that because I've heard Aragorn twice, and so now we got Frodo. So that's.
But it's like really hard to pick a character that I think that I relate to.
I want to know why. What's up with that?
So these are book characters. Okay, obviously written with like moral, like this is almost like what's a story that's teaching you something?
Yeah, it's a story that's teaching you something, exactly.
Like not a fable, but like you know what I'm getting at.
Yes,
okay,
I do.
So they have very well defined characteristics and qualities about them that they embody, and I don't necessarily think that I have a quality that I embody so strongly that I could be like, yes, I relate to that character specifically.
I see what you're saying.
I'm a pretty run-of-the-mill normal person, and I also have I guess because I'm thinking about myself, I see my faults, so I'm looking for a character to relate to based on that, and there's not a lot of dynamic faults in these characters.
Right. Because this is I see what you're saying. It's like an epic tale, right? And it's like you have characters that embody good, and then some that are wholly good, right? I mean, you've got like I talk about Glorfindel sometimes, or Elrond, and some of the elves. You're like, what? They're untouchable.
Or
They're in another
Goldberry
league.
and Bombadil that are God.
Right. They're in a different league.
I'm not like them at all.
Right. Right.
I'm not even like Frodo or Sam. Because they have made this. They've taken this incredible journey upon themselves, and they're gonna fulfill it. That's determination, and I don't know. I just maybe it's just because I'm not comfortable talking about it myself in that sense to say that I have the same amount of determination as Sam and Frodo. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That is tough because it's almost like when we ask that question, it's like, who do I want to be like, or who do I think I would?
Who do I wish I was like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just talked about this when they interviewed me in there. Who I wish I was like was Gandalf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But I am not.
I mean,
he's wise from time.
Yeah. Huh. I'm a little distracted
now
by
I
the
feel rude.
Puff. No, I know. It's Puff the Magic Turnip. That's amazing. Guys, we're being serenaded over here by elves. It's fantastic. We're being serenaded. It's awesome. So that is a tough question. I'm actually glad you're the first person who brought up that it's hard to kind of connect some of these characters from this epic fantasy.
Did you answer this question?
Fantasy. I have not answered it yet.
Okay. Yeah, so why don't
you
answer?
Putting me on, are you really?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
So who do you admire?
So who do I admire? Dang. It's Gandalf.
Gandalf is a baller.
He is. I love him so much. Well done. Yay.
That's what I asked her.
So good.
Is there anything you cannot do perfectly?
Yeah. They could do anything.
Yep, rock climbing.
Another. Give us another. But yeah, Gandalf is who I like. I'm trying to think of who I would say that I kind of most like connect with. I don't know. It's a Hobbit, and I would say it's probably. This is gonna sound terrible because I'm not. Bilbo.
Okay.
So Bilbo, because I don't know, because I like telling stories, and so it's not. I mean, he's a ring, but he's epic. So like you, I kind of. After you said that, it's hard for me to say, like, oh, yeah, I'm Bilbo. Like, that seems almost like, I don't know, it's almost like an insult to Bilbo, right? But he goes on a great adventure. I feel like I do that from time to time. I feel like when he tells stories, yeah. What's going on?
I mean, no, that's like, his great adventure is almost like, I think of it as, like, life.
Yeah.
Like, his life began then.
Yes.
So, like, that's, like, something to, I don't know, want to be. To
Right.
want to be like Bilbo, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Bilbo's?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
He's
that's
probably the
true.
realest character out of all of them.
Yeah.
And he is accepting of himself.
Right.
So even in that sense, I can't say that. Yeah, I relate to Bilbo because he has faults, but because he accepts himself, I feel like as he is, which is a very admirable characteristic to have as well.
Yeah.
So.
We don't talk enough about Bilbo. Actually, sometimes he gets lost because we have the epic, Lord of the Rings, and it's like, hold on a second, Bilbo's the one, the riddle master who started this whole thing. So I don't know. That's true. We'll get there. We will get there. Wow. All right. Well, thank you. That's. I'm gonna challenge people now, like more so, like really, you think you're
You're
Aragorn?
like Aragorn?
Come on.
Not to like trash on people. Or
No,
anything,
I know.
But like.
But they're written in such a way that like we want to, yeah, they're aspirational.
Yes.
There you go. That's good word, Erica. Good.
Aspirational.
Perfect.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
50-cent
Okay.
word. All the way.
Yeah. Hobbit. Yeah.
See, that's where I was trying to go. Like, I literally was Googling it on my phone, like, trying to find, like, a list of, like, super, super background characters that I forgot about. And I was like, I'm just some random elf. I want to be some random elf because I'm, like, kind of stuck up, and elves are kind of stuck up. That's why I would pick them.
Right. Oh, that's great. That's great. All right. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. You're wonderful. Wonderful. Can I try to play along with you guys? Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who wants to just grab that.
I can leave the recording session if you want.
No, we're good. Hey, Tara.
Tara, are you gonna come?
He's going to ask you a question real quick.
Yes. I'm in charge of this now. Okay. Do you know the big
Erica.
question, or are you ready for the big question?
Give me the question.
So, who do you most admire in the series? And then this part 2 is, who do you most see yourself as in the series? So.
Okay. That's really hard because
Oh yeah,
I admire so many traits that cover so many different people.
for sure.
Like, I really admire how much Frodo sacrifices for that, but at the same time, his friends sacrificed so much for him,
Yeah.
really, really selflessly.
Oh, yeah.
So there's so much of that I like across so many different people. Yeah, I mean, and then there's Sam and Faramir and so many people. That's really, really difficult. At the same time, there's characters like Elrond who I just love because I kind of wish I were more like them.
Yeah.
So
Watch out for the
Elrond-
popping fire.
I know. Elrond is awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's the historian and lore master of Middle-earth, and I guess I kind of try to aspire to that in my own life, in my work as a librarian.
Oh, Tara's librarian. Did you know that, Ez?
Yeah. So
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
Elrond is kind of like what I would like to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a great one.
But
Yeah.
so I guess I admire him. And then who I actually see myself as is Bilbo finding that Tookishness awakening in him. Yeah, absolutely.
You have Tookish tendencies?
I do.
Oh, yeah. We
I
got to
do.
hear about that. Tell us about your Tookishness.
October 11th is my last day at work. I'm quitting my job, which I love, and we're buying an RV and traveling across the country
Wow. That is amazing.
in search of adventure. So, yeah, Tookishness.
How awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a
I'm
time
not
limit
kidding
on
you.
this, or you're just
We're-
going until you
We're
can't
thinking
go
about
anymore?
a year.
Wow.
But, it might be a little less if we can't keep it up, or it might be longer if we can. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
What
adventure
spurred
awaits.
this on?
What spurred it on?
Yeah.
It's something my husband has wanted to do for years. Like, as long as I've known him, he's talked about it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, yeah, that big trip, someday. And, like,
Look at you guys making dreams happen.
oh, yeah.
That's
he's
so
He's
cool.
been, like, he's felt like he's been in a rut lately, and
Yeah.
he just really, it was time. Like, he was just kind of frustrated and sad, and it was like, this is the time. So
Yeah.
he suggested we just finally do it, and I was like, yes, let's do it.
Where's your first stop?
We're going south because we're leaving in November.
Okay.
So, I don't know, somewhere south of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Go down the East Coast, probably get all the way down to Florida, and then
Wow.
head west.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. I did not know. That is actually.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
People are gonna see my face. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Well, then next year, you guys will just drive the RV right up into Amanda and be at LEP 3.
I hope so. Yeah.
yeah,
It all does
LEP
depend on where we are.
2020. Yeah.
Because I'm hoping to volunteer at some archives and stuff along the way.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of national parks that have opportunities like that.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
exciting,
it's so
Tara. Good for
exciting.
you guys.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I've been like experimenting with solo backpacking, as for the Tookishness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adventure awaits.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, that's awesome. Well, look at that. Those are. Oh my gosh. Oh, here.
I'm putting me logs in. I'm just gonna
Oh.
sit and tripping in the fire. No problem.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we have a special log that may or may not be being thrown in the fire. Oh, this is what Goldberry told me about earlier. To keep the bugs away, they have some sort of special log or whatever.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
Great.
yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Mosquito City over here. So, yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
this is amazing. I'm just sitting here like, flute is being played. I'm listening to you guys talk. This is great.
As he's got his banjo out, he's.
I'm trying to figure out what key or what they're.
Um,
I don't know how to play it.
You should. David's still going. Ask David.
Yeah, I don't know what key they're playing.
Yeah.
I know that was.
Are you good? Thank you, Tara. All right, who's next? Jen? Phil, get over here. Oh, he's got to come over here. Are you gonna do it?
Oh, Phil. That
No, he's coming.
Did you? Now I'm getting confused with.
Yeah, I was live a little bit ago. Yeah.
All right, we've got Phyllis in here.
Hello.
The master of the history of Middle Earth, Tirith Minith Archives.
Tirith Minith?
Yeah. I'm going to say it backwards.
Oh.
It's how I do.
It is still
Minas
a
Tirith,
very generous title.
No, it's backwards
regardless.
day. So it's a fun word. Okay, do you know the question?
I don't.
Do you want me to recite the question for
please.
you? Okay. Who do you most admire in the series? And then part 2. It's a big fire. Who do you see yourself most as in the series?
Let's see. Well, anyone who knows me or has heard me talk before knows my obsession with anything Numenor
There you go.
and Faramir. Sorry, I'm distracted by Lane tap dancing or some. He's like river dancing type stuff.
I believe he's on a high wire.
He's so gracious in his movements. Minus that part.
Yes, that's not how you stay on a high wire. Okay.
Anyway,
so you like Faramir. Here's your bro.
He is. Who do I see myself as? Was that the other one?
Yes, that was the second part. Yeah. That's the hard one.
I mean, there's a couple options that I could go with, but for some reason, the main one that came to mind would be Pippin.
Okay.
Just
got a lot of hobbits here.
Just because, I think mainly just because of my history. I'm not someone who takes life too seriously, and I tend to laugh and make jokes at inappropriate times.
Always acceptable.
So, yeah, we get along there, and well, I don't mess up often, but when I do, I make sure to go big.
Yeah.
So and
go big or
he
go
seems
home.
to have that kind of
that's
same.
the rule, right?
He does the same kind of thing, so.
Yeah.
So we would connect in that way. We'd be up to no good.
Yeah.
At any given point, if we were together. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, how's your podcast going? Everyone here should listen to that, right?
I agree. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ez here is helping me out a lot with the audio stuff.
He is a champion podcaster.
He is.
I've heard that
I'm
about
learning
him.
so much just from this little trip, and I'm gonna go home and redo so many things. So yeah, slowly but surely, I got another bonus episode out just before I left her here.
Yeah.
And then probably next week or this coming week, I'm not sure yet, have another episode out, I think on Bombadils and the Old Forest, I believe.
Oh, that sounds like a good one. I'll have to listen to that one. I like Bombadil. He's my jam.
So. But yeah, it's going along pretty
Very
good. We're growing
Very
pretty
good.
fast.
Are you getting what you want out of it?
I am.
That's important. That's the important part.
I mean, I'm doing it just because it's super fun, and so many people were like, just make it a podcast. I was like, all right, so I'll make it a podcast. So I'm just doing that, and then I'm just still sitting here having fun with it.
Yeah.
And learning as I go. I don't know all this stuff by heart, despite
That's
what some
okay.
people think.
Yeah. Human, fallible. We're all there. That's where we're at.
I'm not a smart person.
That's not true, Phil. You are a very smart man. And you have your lovely wife to make up for the rest of it, right? So.
Gosh, yeah. Smartest person I know.
Yeah.
Even though, she can't be here right now, but she's here in spirit.
Yeah.
She loves everyone here.
Yeah. It was great to be able to meet her. So.
Yeah. She loves you guys.
That's wonderful to hear. We really like her too.
That's good.
Anything else you want to add?
I have something for Ez.
Ooh.
To make sure the headband gets in the laundry next time.
No, why?
Because it was in the middle of the stairs and it was dark, so I was like, "What is this?" And I reached down and it's just like this nasty
You got my you stepped on my sweatband.
I picked it up with my bare hands.
Why would you do that?
Because there was just this black splotch on the stairs.
Good. Did you wash your hand? You're gonna need to. Oh my.
Yes, like 3 times.
You could have slipped and died on that. You could have.
I'm not sure what I did with it, to be honest. I think I just dropped it right where it was.
Wow, the fire would have turned like green and something like that. So we don't want that. Oh my God. No, I actually. Well, funny story on that. I went to Walmart after I had my eye surgery, and to keep stuff out of my eye, I bought like 10 of those. It was fantastic. They're great. I love them. I do have different colors.
Nice.
This was the black one that you've been, the one that was nice and fresh.
Because you were sweating, and that's what it's for. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good reason. Okay, I don't remember either. So, right. Cool.
All right, so who are we going to next?
I don't know. Who's up next? Jess? Yeah. Let's see. Mike Charles. Yep. Yeah. Got to come over here. I can hold on to it. I mean, I probably know the answer to Mike Charles's, question. So, yeah. Our favorite Boromir. So.
Our favorite? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of you guys. Appreciate that.
So, Mike Charles, how's it going?
Thank you. You guys are my favorite too.
Yeah. So the question is, who do you most admire out of the series? And then part 2, who do you feel most represents you in the series?
Well, this will probably come as no surprise.
Yeah.
To everybody.
Yes.
But the answer to both of those questions are my friend Boromir.
Of course.
I'll explain.
Yes, please do.
So, the first part, I feel why I relate to him is that okay.
Whichever. Admire, relate to.
Oh, okay. So, I admire him. I don't know. Just he protected. I mean, I know they all kind of took care of the hobbits, but he seemed to take interest. I'm going to talk about the movie version more so, if that's okay.
No, go for it.
Because that's probably that's the one that had the most impact on me, because I saw the movie before the books, obviously. So, I noticed that he seemed to take care of the hobbits. You saw him sword fighting a little bit, and he was teaching them how to fight, and he was carrying them through the snow, and but not only that, just his honor, I guess, the high honor he has, and the love for his family and for his country and his people, and it's almost, which it kind of ties into the way why I feel like I relate to him too. He's so, I want to say prideful. I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way, but he does take a lot of pride in his country, and I think that he is honorable, maybe to a fault.
Yeah.
Which that is kind of me too, because I'm very stubborn. And if I think that, I see, the path, and, if I think that that's the way that I should go, I will take that path. And, that kind of ties back to why I feel like he wanted the ring so much, was not to be evil, not to take it to, be another Dark Lord, but to fight the enemy. And that, he honestly saw that as a way to save the world. So, and that's why I kind of say, I think that he was honorable and stubborn to a fault, which that is 100% me as well.
Well, and you can see that, I mean, especially when they're at the Council of Elrond. That's a man on the edge right there.
Yep.
They've been fighting for so long, and they need an answer.
Right.
And he sees it. This is his answer. Yeah. No, that's a great answer.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah. Are you having fun at LEP?
Absolutely.
2019?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
We've had a really good time today. So.
I think we have.
Yeah.
So great turnout too, and I'm glad the weather held off too.
So many people came. It's really exciting.
Yep.
So
yeah. But thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you. I feel like a reporter today. Oh, thank you. All right, who wants to go next? Anybody? Yeah.
Or you can go back to yours if you want. I am. I want to watch Oh, you both coming over? We're getting
a twofer. Oh, wait, Ez, then go sit over there in one of their seats. All right.
It's a Shire Rats.
Oh, that one's a little short, so.
Just like the rest of us?
That it's short? Yes, we're all short here. Except for Suzy, she's tall.
She's our human friend, we're the hobbits.
Yeah, there you go. You get to be, I don't know, one of the two ladies in in Lord of the Rings. Okay, we're going to answer Jen's question. She's the one who came up with this. Suzy's going first. You had all this time to think about the answer. So, yeah. Months.
I mean,
months
technically yes, but I forgot about it.
Oh, what my answer was?
Yeah, you didn't answer in the group chat. So.
Oh, what was this question was in the group chat?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Oh, God, that was a long time ago. Well, I just told them Eowyn for who I'd most admire, And then most alike, I said, I don't know, a Hobbit. I'm a Hobbit. That's the sort of person I am. I'm going to be Rosie at the bar. That's who I am. Stays in the Shire.
Yeah.
So what are your answers to that, Suzy?
I feel like mine are like pretty obvious for me, but I would say probably, so it's the you most admire and the most like alike, I guess, right? Okay.
Who most represents you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say I most admire Sam, which I feel like everyone kind of would guess that about me. Well, sorry. But do we need reasons why? Like I said,
you can explain it if you want to, or
yeah. So I just feel like, I mean, Sam, like, kind of like what Allie was saying. She said, like, Frodo, like Sam also, like, he didn't really like choose. He just like, it was like his dedication to Frodo, his like friendship, like, whatever. I don't know if it was really a friendship, but I think it was. But like, he was like dedicated to that. He was like loyal. I really like that about him. Who I most like, I'm just going to go with Mary because I'm also a Hobbit, I think. And obviously we we've joked about my sleuthing skills.
Mm-hmm. That sleuthy Suzy.
I think that Mary was sleuthy.
Mm-hmm. He reasons things out. He knows what's up. Yeah. And also, he helped kill the Witch King, so that's cool.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that, right? So
yeah. So I feel like mine are kind of simple answers maybe, but
no, those are fine. Are you having fun tonight?
I am.
Yeah.
I think my husband's half asleep in the chair over there.
That's okay. He's super into Ez playing.
Yeah.
And Sherston's lingering behind him with her flute energetically.
But no, it's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
Weather's been great.
Day. Yeah, no rain this time.
Yep. This morning, but that was okay.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That wasn't party time. So,
do you want to answer?
You do.
Sure, although mine's not as cheerful as yours.
That's okay.
So,
as long as it's honest, I think that's what we're looking for. Honesty.
Have you ever known me to not be honest?
No, I've not known that about you at all. It's honest Jen. It doesn't have the same ring as sleuthy Suzy, but
Yeah, no alliteration.
No, yeah. We'll figure something out. Justice Jen. No, that doesn't really work. Okay, answer your own question, Jen.
So the character I think that I would most admire, like aspire to be like, would be goes to my conversation in the studio, Treebeard, just because I do need to learn patience and not be hasty.
Yeah.
And I do find that there's a lot of wisdom in like old ways and making it more simple.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing your power and knowing how to use it. The one that I think actually represents me the most and where I get a little depressive is probably Eowyn. I see a lot of depression and darkness in her.
Yeah.
And, she has to be strong for people all the time, and she does things for people, gives a lot of stuff, a lot of herself to those she loves. But inside, she's just crying out and doesn't have that release. And I don't want to get into it too much since we're supposed to be doing the Houses of Healing, but I mean, there's just a lot to what's coming up that I relate to that just really struck a chord. And I think she's kind of, she's a woman, but she doesn't fit the typical mold. She's not just the classic beauty that you see with Galadriel and Arwen, and obviously there's more to them than those traits, but when you first think of them, you think of that. When you think of Eowyn, you think the warrior woman, and she doesn't fit the classic mold that you normally see. So
yeah,
that's why I relate to her the most.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I picked her as my aspirational for also those reasons.
I think she does have a lot of aspirational, but sadly, it's the darkness that I relate to. Like, you do so much for others, but inside, like, you're just screaming inside, and no one sees and no one pays attention to it.
Yeah, there's a war on.
Yep.
We don't have time for your nonsense.
So
yeah. Are you having a good LEP?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about tonight?
Shire Rats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shire Rats together again.
Yes.
Yeah.
We haven't had any conspiracies in a while. We need to come up with something.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah.
We can't share them here.
No, yeah, we can't tell you what they are.
What about you, Erica? What's
Huh.
your favorite part so far?
Oh, of tonight? Sitting down. Literally.
You
It's
have
my
been
favorite
cooking
part.
a lot.
Yeah. I've been running around a little too much.
You really are, Rosie.
Yes. I was literally Rosie tonight. Except I don't get people drinks. They can get them themselves. Yeah. I'll deliver it to a table. Get up and get it yourself. Cool. Thanks, guys. All right. Does anybody else want to go? Am I done with everybody? Everybody.
Don't have another one.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We can ask Elise. Elise, put down your guitar and come answer some questions.
Or we can get Jessica since Ez isn't over here. It's safe this time.
Yeah. All right, put down that guitar. Get over here. You can play through it. Okay, someone has to hold your microphone for you.
I won't make you hold it.
Yeah, she'll reach. Yeah, that's the long one. I've got the short one.
Okay.
Hi, Elise.
Hello. Good
Welcome.
evening.
Welcome to, the...
Oh, gosh.
Welcome to LEP.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you
I'm
know what Jen's
jamming.
question is?
I think I remember. It's what is
Okay.
my favorite character who I relate to the most, and
do you
who
admire the most?
who do I
and
admire?
why? And who do you think best represents
Okay.
you and why?
What's your favorite nail polish color and why?
Nail polish.
Yeah.
Let me think. Okay, the character that inspires me the most is from lore. It's Erendil, who is the elf who sailed across the sea to get the Valar's help against Morgoth. And I just love the sea, and I love sailing, and his magnificent ship has always been an inspiration, though I can never pronounce it. It's like Vingalota or something Nordic sounding that I
Don't look
probably
at me.
didn't say right. But I think his seamanship is phenomenal, and he has a really inspirational journey all the way across, leaving his wife behind, who throws herself into the sea with the Cimmerils, and he eventually goes up and sails into the stars, essentially.
Yeah.
And the light that Galadriel gives Frodo is the light of Erendil, which represents him and his ship up in the stars. So I just love his story. I love his heart to go across the sea. And he actually was the first mortal, I think, to set foot over there. So that was a really big deal, and they almost didn't help him when he went to ask for help because they're like, you shouldn't be here. So I don't know all the details of the story.
Admittance.
Yeah. And I could be wrong with some of the background, but I just love.
Yeah, I'm not very well versed in
that.
the lore stuff. So
I'm very selective in what lore I know, and it's usually because characters
only the
I
stuff
love.
that I like.
Yeah, exactly. Only the characters that I really love. So I really love him. I just want to be him. I want to go sail a ship into the stars. I think that sounds great.
No, that's great.
Honestly, for the one, though, that I think is most like me, I find that really hard because I don't think I've thought about it enough. I don't think I've done enough self-reflection to really know. And I know all the characters I'd like to be.
Yeah.
But I, in all honesty, it would take me sitting here probably for another 2 hours.
That's why we all end up
Considering.
saying hobbits for the most part, except for Jen. She's
Hobbits.
cool.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I think I would probably be a ranger.
Nice.
I don't want to identify as Aragorn because I don't think I'm that cool. But I think I have a wanderer's heart, and I think I'm very
So a
restless.
ranger from the north, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Someone who's maybe seeking their purpose still in life, and traveling is sometimes a mode of finding that.
That is cool. You are a world traveler.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So that's the most of an answer I can give.
I think that's a great
right
answer.
now. Yeah.
I mean, when we were talking to Allie about it, it's a hard question because this series doesn't really show a lot of overt flaws in people. It's an epic journey that is meant to be about the story and not, about character development so
Yes.
much. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, now we got to get your sister over here. But they're really jamming out right there.
I'll flag her down if I can.
Yeah. I don't know. You think
she's got her
eyes
eyes closed. She's not going to look at us.
No.
We'll let them finish the song, maybe.
Yeah. Did you think of something?
I'm eating, and it's delicious. Thank you, David Fogel.
Hello. How you doing?
Can you hear my chewing? ASMR, right?
Yes. Okay. So
that's a thing.
Like, scrubbing nails over the.
May I use the restroom first?
That's my nose.
Oh, Shire.
Would you hold the flute?
Let's let her talk. Bye.
Okay. All right. Think about your answer, Sarah. You didn't. You brought a knife?
No.
Oh, you have to go pee first? Run for it. You don't have to run. It's fine. Oh, okay. You want to just talk to me, Suzy? You got to get that microphone. Go, gadget arm. I can get it. I'm not touching that, so I need a man to come save me from fire.
Careful.
Here, I got it, Mike.
Oh, look at that. I don't need a man. I got Sarah.
My goodness.
Never mind. We also have Mike.
No one stepped there. I
almost died. I almost lost my feet. How about that? Seriously. LEP 2019. I almost died.
That's the one that kept getting kicked, yeah.
Sarah's a freaking baller. She's not afraid of fire. I'm totally afraid of fire. I almost died. This is why you record all of our casual interactions. You get the real stuff right there. All right, what are we going to talk about, Suzy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Yawning.
Okay. We'll do some a Patreon episode right here.
What's that?
I don't know. Whatever the interview where you can say terrible things and and swear if you want to and make really rude innuendos. So,
yeah. I don't know if I do. Well, I don't know. I think I'm too tired for that.
We've been drinking. It's been a long day.
I did finish one beer today.
Ooh,
a full beer.
You drank alcohol?
I have not finished a beer in probably 10 years.
Oh wow. Was that your alcohol of choice back in the day?
No. Like, I don't know. I can't drink. Like, I'm allergic to it. So.
Oh really? I didn't realize that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, I think that I would drink like one shot and I would just have a migraine the next day.
Oh, that sucks.
So like it wasn't worth it to me, but I think I can drink beer. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So that's why I just don't drink anything.
Well, that's because beer
what's
is
the point?
gross.
So like I took a drink of that and I was like, oh, it's not bad.
Kirsten's my wine buddy. She's nodding her head right now. We're wine buddies now.
Hand that back.
Yeah.
But no, I don't mind wine. Like if I can find one I like.
Yeah.
But then that gives me like, as I'm drinking, I usually get a headache.
Okay.
Like it's not as bad. Like I'm not hungover or anything.
Yeah.
But like I know that's like a common thing with wine. It's like you get a headache.
Yes. Yeah. It's the tannins. So,
yeah. So like that's
sulfates and all that crap.
All the fun things.
Yeah. I love wine. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So
all right. So we're gonna have to do like a Shire Rats plus Sherston honorary Shire Rat. I don't know. Wine trip up in Michigan.
Yes.
We can do it. Anyone who's listening to this can also come if they want to.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's funny that when I was on vacation, you were like.
Oh yeah,
you were very close.
Yeah, I was right there.
You were.
We were right there. I'm sad that we were neither the twain shall meet except right here, right now.
Yep.
And every other time we've seen each other.
Other time we're, yeah.
So okay, Sherston's gonna answer some questions. 2 very important questions.
Yes.
Courtesy of Jen Shepherd. So
she's the best.
She is. She comes up with all sorts of hard questions.
She does.
In our little group chat. It's insane.
It really is.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Do you know what the question is?
Remind me.
Okay. Who do you most admire in the series? Your sister chose somebody, not in the main series, but in like unfinished tales and lore and all that stuff.
She would.
So yeah, she's deep like that.
I know.
So you can choose that too if you want to. I'm
might.
putting it out there
I
that
might.
it does not
Okay.
have to just be Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So, and then the second part is, who do you feel most represents you as a Sherston?
As a Sherston.
Yes.
My favorite character in all of Tolkien lore is Glorfindel. Hands down. He just, in the Silmarillion, in the Fall of Gondolin, and then who he is in the Lord of the Rings, at least in the trilogy, the book trilogy, is who he is. I tried to name my cat after him.
Yeah.
And it didn't stick.
I was going to say that it didn't work out.
It didn't. He's not a Glorfindel, but I tried.
Yeah.
He is a mousy, but Glorfindel is my absolute.
Yeah.
Yes, favorite.
So you wear that shirt proudly then, huh?
Yes. Very, very much. And when it became such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like, yes. These are my people.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because
Sherston is shouting it at her phone as she's listening to the podcast.
I remember the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
I was in this horrible apartment situation, and it was a light for me when all other lights had gone out.
Oh.
So yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. He's wonderful.
Good choice. I
Thank
approve.
you.
Yeah. All right. Who most represents you as a Sherston?
Who represents me, or who do I aspire to be like?
Represents you. But you can say both if you want.
You both know I love Luthien.
Yeah.
And I love that. I don't remember who it was who chose that nickname for me. I think it was
maybe. Yeah. I was gonna say it was probably like Jen or Chase or something
it
like that.
It probably was,
so.
but Luthien is very inspiring.
Yeah.
And I aspire to be like her, and I aspire to be worthy of the nickname that you all have given me.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. We think it's a pretty good likeness. So
thank you.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It's official. You did.
You did, and I approve.
Suzy has a new nickname. Oh yeah, she's Tariel now, which I like.
Redhead and all.
Yes.
Redhead and braids.
No, I think that's a great. Yeah. Suzy's a badass. Tariel's a badass.
Suzy is.
Done and done. She likes dwarves. You know. She's not interested in Legolas.
You're
They're
not
just
stuck
friends.
up like other elves.
Yeah, you're not all racist.
You're sweet, and you know, do
we were
what's
actually
right.
talking about that earlier, about what Lord of the Rings has to offer, and why it's still relevant. You know, however many decades later, and Philip Willis had said something about this, about the relationship between Legolas and Gimli, and
beautiful.
And I thought that was great, that like being able to set aside your generationally ingrained racism and form that friendship.
Yes.
That's something we super need right now in this world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the two clash so much because one wasn't, supposed to exist.
Mm-hmm.
At least dwarves weren't supposed to exist, but were adopted into the legendarium by Iluvatar, which makes it all the more beautiful.
Yeah. It's an awesome world.
It is. It becomes more and more relevant as time goes on, I think.
Yeah.
And like everybody always says, is every time you read, every read through you go through, you find something new.
Yes.
You find some new revelation to sink your teeth into, to rip apart and pick at. It's wonderful.
I haven't taken any pictures at all. It's
the
okay.
Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
True Tom Bombadil.
I'm gonna remember it instead. So. How's your first LEP going? Are you having the best time ever?
I'm surprised I haven't cried yet.
Oh,
to be
really?
quite honest with you guys.
You can cry. We'll allow it.
I know. I blame the contacts, but it's been everything.
Yeah.
Everything I could have hoped
We've
and
had
dreamed.
such a great time hanging out with you in person.
Oh, thanks.
So this is
You
just
guys,
like the best. So
you guys are so cool. Like
we appreciate that.
You guys are so cool. And meeting you in the flesh and meeting you in person, and
No, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Online. Versus online.
For sure. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
Well,
Charlotte's over there. Should we rope in Charlotte? Yeah. Yeah. Charlotte, come here. Whichever, it doesn't matter.
I think I might join in the revelries again.
She wants
if
to
that's
go be
okay.
musical. Yeah, go for it.
I don't get to play like this very often.
Are you sure? Yeah. Oh, listen to you guys, but no, come on, Charlotte. My voice. Oh, that's okay. I mean,
it's not going to go anywhere. It's just for.
I mean, you can
How about
ask
you,
as
Suzy?
not to use
Can I give
it,
this to you?
But it'll be fun to answer the question, right?
Oh, I don't know if I'm good at answering questions either.
Well, I mean, it is a little bit of a hard question, but we like a thinker. A thinker is good. But if you really don't want to do it, that's fine. No peer pressure. So, here. We won't ask the hard question. I'll just ask you, how was your... Yeah, come sit over here. There we go. How was your first LEP going?
I love it.
Yeah. Is it great?
It was everything I expected and more.
Did I press a bad button? I did. I pressed a bad button.
Oh, that means I can't record it. That's okay.
No, wait. It's good. Dude, I don't know why they put me in charge of this.
I don't know what I'm touching.
I think you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you're having fun.
I am
You're
having
having
fun.
Oh, and everybody, this is Charlotte Hinton of coffee.
Coffee?
So, of
Dr.
coffee.
Bean Coffee?
Yeah.
Yes, I have been looking forward to this since last year.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'm not kidding when I say like every week this was what I looked forward to, is coming to here. Like every week I'm going to this and nothing is going to change that, and this is everything I expected and more. Like I felt like I came to a group of friends that I've known my whole life. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been so great, like, being able to chat with you.
Yeah.
'Cause I always, we all talk in the group and stuff
Right.
like that. And
It's like you know people, you know little things
yeah.
about their lives, but you
Mhm.
don't. Well, I didn't at least know everybody, and
Yeah.
and I'm not really a big Facebook person.
Yeah.
But I would every day go to the
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Go see what's
Like,
going
I
on.
care about that.
Yeah.
So
For
it's
sure.
fun.
Tell us about who you brought with you today.
I brought my niece Melanie.
Yeah.
Very excited she came. She's a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Does she listen to the podcast?
She does.
Oh, nice.
She does. Although she's never read the book, which I don't know how I
Okay.
never knew that.
Oh, well. Does she
So-
want to, or is she
She's
okay with
reading
being a
along with
movier?
with the group.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
First read through
She
then.
said she was never able to get through it, but now because of the podcast, which is
It
how
is really
I felt.
helpful. Yeah.
Because I read the book way back in 78, 77.
Yeah.
And I skipped a lot.
Yeah.
And I forgot a lot because when they reread it, I'm like, I don't remember that happening.
What? Are you guys making this up?
Right.
Oh.
And then I had to
Right.
reread it like, wow, that really is true. That did
Yeah.
happen. Like Bombadil,
Oh, yeah. Everyone glosses over Bombadil, right?
I don't know
They're
how I
like,
even did
what? Everybody is. So, I forget what is that called? The song, the official title of that song. Okay.
The song they're singing?
Yes.
Country Roads.
Country Roads.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody else saw the meme in the Facebook group
I know.
about this song. And it has
No.
some choice words representing Denethor and representing
No, I
Frodo.
didn't see it.
And oh my God, it was so funny. I was looking at it at work, and when I figured it out, I'm like, oh my, stop laughing so loud at work. Everyone's going to think you're a weirdo. I mean, they already do, but they're going to think you're even more of a weirdo.
Now,
so.
see, I probably saw it, but I didn't understand what it meant.
Oh, I mean,
So now-
I totally got the middle line immediately, and I was like, I know what song this is, but I don't understand how we're getting there. Oh, when
right.
it came, I
You'll
was like,
have to show me that.
Yes, yeah, I'll pull it up on my phone and we
Okay.
can look at it.
Okay.
It's really funny and so inappropriate. I was thinking, hey, I'll put it on the website because children aren't going to get it, so it's okay. It's not like putting swears on the website.
Right,
so.
right. Well, children and people over 50 won't get it either.
Oh.
'Cause, I mean, I know the song, but I
Yeah.
remember seeing, but I don't understand a lot of those, so I just scroll by them.
No, I'll walk you
Okay.
through each picture.
All right,
It'll be
I
great.
appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh. Sing a Halloween song. Are there Halloween songs?
I've been sitting that long.
Sing the Monster Mash. Yeah, I was going to say, okay, do Nightmare Before Christmas. All of those. Have you listened to the Nightmare Revisited soundtrack? It's one of my favorite. Do you like Nightmare Before Christmas?
I do, but I've never heard of a new.
So I don't really listen to Marilyn Manson, but Marilyn Manson remade the.
This is Halloween. Oh my God, it's a wonderful, it's a a whole bunch of different artists redo all of the songs in the movie.
Okay.
Amy Lee from Evanescence does Sally's song. What Korn does the Kidnap the Sandy Claus one or something like that. It's really great. I listen to it often. So
I'm sure my daughter, she's a huge fan of the movie, so
yeah,
I'm sure she's heard it.
Oh yeah. Well, pass it along, I guess. Yeah. Do you want to answer the question?
Which question is it?
So the question is, who do you most admire in the series? And then the part 2 is, who do you feel most represents you as a person?
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Yeah. And in the part 1, people are like, oh yeah, I can pick that one
Yeah,
out.
that one's easy.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
I can't see myself in any of the characters.
Yeah. Well, start with part 1.
It's so hard because I like different people for different reasons.
Yeah.
So I really like Faramir.
Yeah.
I like his everything about all about the way he is. I like all of his parts.
All of Faramir's
parts. But I don't mean that. Like, I love all of the things that he represents, and I love how he's misunderstood, but he's strong, and he's a good-hearted person. I love that about him.
He still loves his father.
Yeah.
Despite their very fraught relationship.
I love that. I love so many people. I guess, well, maybe movie. There's some people I don't like movie people, but I don't know. I like everybody.
There's once I started getting back into the book this time, I realized I don't like them in the movie,
Right.
but I love them in the book.
Right.
It completely
Well,
switches,
they leave out all the good stuff in the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, his I don't know, just the earnestness of his I don't know how to talk anymore. Earnestness of his resistance to the ring.
Right.
Where,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems almost easy.
Right.
Like, whatever.
It isn't even. It's
not
a
on his
problem.
radar.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't.
I
need
know
it,
what this
I don't
is,
want
and
it.
I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I would say probably he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because it's easier than going into explanation about everybody.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anybody that you see yourself in at all?
I wish I could say that I felt like I was as good as that. Like, not that I'm not a good person, but that I had that purity in me. But I don't. Maybe perseverance. Maybe like Sam.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Sam.
Yeah.
I'd say Sam, because I'm the kind of person that would be there, and I'm going to get you through. Let's go. We're going to do
the
this.
loyalty.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I said Sam was my aspiration because of his
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Mary most represents me for his sleepy stuff.
Well, Sam's a great character. Yeah.
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 I said I love book Frodo, but movie Frodo, not so much.
No?
And I don't know if it's...
subtle things.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are now singing some Bohemian Rhapsody in the background, so yeah. While having a conversation, so that's fine.
I like that they've bonded very well. My niece and Melanie, they have so much in common.
Yeah.
And that's great. I mean, I knew she wanted to come, but I'm glad that she did come and make
Did you have to
friends
talk
and-
her into it?
Yeah. No.
No. She was like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. she didn't commit online, but that was because she doesn't like to commit online to things, like tell people where she's going and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get
That's
that.
okay. Yeah.
But I'm
the
really
internet
glad that she
is
came.
optional.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Whew. Sorry,
And
I had
she's
like a
having
hair
fun.
in my eyeball. Well, thank you for talking to me,
Thank
Charlotte.
you.
Yeah.
You know, this is like the least comfortable part of, like, I'm not a
no
talk in public type of person.
That's fine. Yeah.
Especially my voice, but
no. It's just a conversation.
They edit it.
They do the editing.
I don't know what they did. I was like, "Ooh, I sound great."
No, the first time I heard myself on the podcast, I literally texted David and I was like, is that what I sound like? Like, for real? Like, just in person, too? Or is this just weird radio magic?
Well, I think it's funny because I've done interviews for, like, an article in a newspaper. She's like,
she is, yeah.
Okay.
Sherston is lulling Ethan to sleep with her dulcet tones.
Now I've lost train of thought. No, it's not your fault. I lose
don't
train of
remember
thought, like,
either.
so
I'm
easy.
lost. Oh yeah, you do interviews.
Thank you.
Yes, good job, Suzy.
But anytime that anybody's recorded my voice, I can't stand my voice. But then I'm also like, well, I have a lot of thoughts in my head, but they don't come out of my mouth very easily.
Yeah.
So I don't think I sound very bright either when I talk on the.
I think we all have that problem.
Yeah.
It's you have to learn to stop and
Right.
collect.
Right.
And then express.
And I tend to just speak.
Lane, you have to stay right here because you're next.
You're next.
What is this game?
You're answering a question. Yeah.
One time I sat on a cork and I still haven't found it.
That's
Charlotte,
not the
I don't
question.
know where it went, but it's up
But
somewhere.
that's also Julian. We don't need Julian's answer.
Oh, that could be Julian, couldn't
yeah.
it? So I have to answer questions.
You have to answer.
Can I
just-
get
yeah,
Billy
you have to
for
sit.
Mel B real quick?
Yes. You
Oh yeah. All right, now you got to talk to me some more, Charlotte. I made.
How ready I am to hand that
Yeah,
off.
I made Suzy sit here and talk to me a little bit. I have no idea what we even talked about. It was like 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh, Melanie, you're going to come and be
No.
on? Yeah, come on.
Are you going to answer questions?
All right, we're handing it off to you.
All the questions.
It's
All right, come
awesome.
sit.
Yeah. You got to sit in the hot seat because we're literally right next to the fire.
Hot seat from you though.
No, I'm
No,
done. I
she's
just
done.
Are you sure? Okay.
She didn't even want to talk to me, and I made her.
She didn't want to talk earlier, and I dragged her into
She did.
Look at you and all your skills. Well, recite your name for the record.
Melanie.
Melanie.
Yes.
Melanie. She is Charlotte's niece, visiting us, which is wonderful. How long have you been listening to the podcast?
Well,
from the beginning.
She kind of told me to listen to it maybe about 7 months ago.
Yeah.
And I started
Okay.
slowly.
Yeah.
And then I think in maybe August, I was like, I need to catch up by the time the party starts.
Are you all caught up now?
I am like 5 episodes behind.
Oh.
So almost.
So
but
all the
not
really,
quite.
really
Yes.
good parts of Return of
Yes.
the King then.
I have a couple to listen to. I was really hoping to be caught up by now, but
they are very long
I was trying.
episodes.
Yes, they're so long.
I'm
all
pretty sure.
All I've been
yeah.
doing for the past week and a half straight.
It's just
all
listening.
day at work, all day during at night. I'm listening to it, and I'm still not caught up. But
yeah,
I got close enough.
Yeah.
So.
Phil has a taco that's made of cardboard. It's biodegradable. I heard that everything utensil-wise, or napkins and plates and crap, was all biodegradable stuff. So that's nice. Yeah. Okay, so we have important questions.
Yes.
The first question is, who do you most admire in the series and why? And then the second part is, who do you feel most represents yourself? So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
they're not easy ones.
Yes, no. I most admire Aragorn.
Nice, good choice.
I think because of his story arc. I haven't read the books till this podcast.
Yeah.
Like they got me into the books,
Uh-huh.
but reading or listening to the movie and reading fan fiction, I kind of got into Aragorn's story. His whole he seemed kind of humble to me. And that still at the same time, came into his own, great king.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't hurt that, Viggo Mortensen is super hot.
I love Viggo Mortensen.
So,
he was my
yeah.
first crush.
Yeah, why not?
In
Yeah.
my life, I think. And he's 6 days younger than my dad, so I thought
Hey,
it was kind of weird.
it's allowed. Whatever.
But he was, and I think he did such a great job portraying him, even with his limited
like he was kind of thrown into it.
Yeah.
So he didn't have very much time to prepare.
He wasn't first choice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad they changed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was right for that role.
Yes,
Definitely.
I think he did the best job.
Yeah.
With Aragorn, and he totally like endeared me to his character because
Yeah.
I am like when I read something or watch something, the thing I focus on is character development. Like I love to see how a character changes throughout the story.
Oh, hold on a sec.
Bye, guys.
Phil is leaving us.
Frodo lives.
Phil.
Yeah. Oh, he does. We're sure of that.
Where are you going, young man?
Young man.
Set for that drive tomorrow.
Okay, so yes.
So
Aragorn,
so he's the character whose arc I like the most. Like coming from such a odd beginning, like growing up in Rivendell as a human.
Yes.
Not an elf.
Yeah.
Like it was interesting to me, and even though I didn't read the books, I focused on his story. I learned a lot about like maybe like how he came to where he's at right now, and I fell in love with his story arc.
Yeah.
As
great.
for who I identify with, I'm not really sure.
I'm trying to. So many people said one of the hobbits or just hobbits in general.
Maybe hobbits in general, because I love food.
Yeah, that was part of my reasoning as well.
I love food, and I was trying to figure out the area I would like to live in the most, because like Rivendell interests me because I like the setting of it, but I don't like snow.
So maybe more of a Bilbo type hobbit.
Yeah,
go do an
maybe.
Adventure. You know, you want to see mountains again.
Mountains, yes. And like,
so
I don't know, go south, maybe.
Yeah.
I think in the books, Lorien interested me the most.
There you go, yeah.
That's where I signed my name next to the map.
That's awesome.
Because I didn't, like, I liked it in the movies, but in the books, it was like, hey, it's this place that's kind of like out of time. And it was like, it drew me towards it versus like the movie. It was pretty, you know, like it didn't really give you any in-depth like information about what this place was, and the book definitely expanded on that, and I liked that.
Yeah,
so I think
That's
that was
very
my
cool.
favorite place from the book. I don't know what character
you can be
identify
also
with, but
generic elf if you want to as well. If you want to hang out in Lorien, they are pretty racist, so you know.
yeah, so I don't know if I do that. Maybe Sam. I don't know. I like
Sam?
Yeah, I like I don't know, gardening, helping people, like.
No,
like
that's
I
great.
feel like I'd
There
be the
are a
side.
lot
I'd
of-
definitely not be
yeah.
the main character. I'd be like a side character helping in the background. So
that's a perfectly fine answer. Yeah.
yeah.
Are you having a good LEP?
Oh my God, so much fun.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun.
Yeah. Good. What's your favorite part so far?
I don't know if I could even pick. I liked watching them in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interview like other people. I think that was probably my favorite.
You
And
can see what it's going to be
yes,
in the
yes.
future.
I am so
Yeah.
excited to see what they do.
Yeah.
Making new friends.
Yes.
Me and Mel B.
Yeah.
I think we're like soul sisters. So like
That's so
we are so
awesome.
similar. So
Yeah.
you know, meeting new people, watching like what they do in the studio, I think that's been the best part.
Yeah. Well, now you have this awesome friend in
Yes.
Australia.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah. That's really cool. Very cool. Yeah. Well, thank you for chatting with
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Any gathering with nerds is like my favorite place in ever.
This is definitely one of those, a gathering of nerds.
Yes.
For sure.
My favorite. I'm looking forward to C2E2, which is I think my next.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I know.
That's
I
very
think I
cool.
think I got Ez to come. He has
As you
to
going
come.
to C2E2?
Yes, you have to come.
Well,
because
I
I'm
heard
so
that Ez is
excited.
going to be a VIP at Star Wars Celebration this year.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I want to come to Anaheim. Wait,
Yeah.
when is it?
We can go watch the Mighty Ducks play. We can go to Disneyland. You can go to Star Wars convention. There's a lot of
wanna
things to do in Anaheim.
Yeah.
But mostly the Mighty Ducks, right?
Yes, mostly.
David, it's your turn. Yep, it's your turn. I've chosen you. That's not true. David's wussing out.
Questions are too complicated.
You can just tell me about LEP then. Tell me what you did all day.
What did I do? What did I do all
Take
day?
the microphone. Tell me about your day.
Is that my intro? Hi. Tell me about your day.
Tell me about your day, David Fogel.
My day? It's been in the kitchen all day.
Yeah.
With various meats and vegetables.
That's true. I witnessed it.
And wheat-based noodles.
So you made it so Sherston couldn't
with
eat anything.
with cheese. Yeah, I wasn't intentionally excluding anyone, but I made everything that Sherston couldn't eat.
Yeah.
And Kurt and Kelly.
Yeah, that's true too.
Kurt and Kelly.
Oh, but the macaroni and cheese is obviously not gluten-free.
You can make.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can.
make
Oh,
mac and cheese.
you know what I love is what is it? Bonza. It's lentil pasta. So good. Bonza is the brand name. Yes, so you'll have to look that up. Yeah. And they make a macaroni and cheese. I mean, it's got a different taste because it's lentils, but, yeah. Sorry, David. I've gotten to a lentil conversation.
Wow.
A macaroni and cheese lentil
It's
conversation.
A+ podcast.
Yeah, that's what I do, A+ podcasting. This is why everyone wants me on their podcast.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a hot commodity.
I've
so,
heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
No one wants to travel up to Michigan, though, to see me.
No, because Michigan's the worst.
It's pretty much the best,
It's the
unlike
worst-
Delaware.
It's the worst state ever.
Delaware the city, not Delaware the state. Delaware the state.
Delaware the state might not be very good either.
I don't know much about it. It's
Never
a
been
tax
there.
haven for a lot of corporations.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all I got, though. It's very small. Ezra, please cut all of this out. He's not. He's going to leave it all in and share it with everybody.
Exclusively on Patreon. Patreon.com
yeah.
/Unexpected Podcast Talking Tolkien.
You should all be Valar patrons. It's important.
Oh, it's crazy talk.
To be a Valar patron?
I've already ascended to godhood. So
Oh, okay. I don't remember a tier for that.
It's God tier.
God
I'm the only
tier.
one there.
It's very exclusive. Only one person can have that tier.
It's like a black card, except better.
Because you never have to pay it back.
Exactly.
All right, are you going to answer the question?
What's your question?
Who do you most admire in the series? And then who do you feel most represents you? It's two questions.
Say it again.
Who do you most admire in the
Okay.
series? Part one. And why?
Probably out of everyone, Sam.
Yeah?
Because he had to put up with so much crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the movie actually highlights it a lot more, in my opinion, because it almost made Frodo somewhat unlikable at times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, you're under the control of the ring in a way. It's influencing you, and you have Gollum running around doing Gollum things.
Definitely.
But, he was the ring bearer. Like, Frodo wore it. And no offense to Frodo, because in the books, I actually love the portrayal of Frodo a lot better than I do in the movies. But Sam was the one who kept that part of the mission together. And ultimately, that probably means more than most. Because obviously, without destroying the ring, how do you stop Sauron, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Aragorn's just sitting at the gate and, oh crap.
Ready to go for it.
The hobbits didn't do it. So what was the second part of the question?
Who do you feel most represents you as a David?
As a me.
Yes, as a you.
Probably. Well, I mean, my favorite character has always been Boromir.
Yeah.
And he's an honorable guy, but he's also flawed.
Mm-hmm. He's probably the only one that has overt flaws.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy who he might succumb to it, but he's always going to try and make amends for it. He has a good moral compass, but Power of the Ring is something that can't be underscored. It's a big deal. And even though he didn't wear it or was just kind of by proxy.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
it
other than that.
Still, is going to. Could you even think of like Denethor?
Oh yeah,
even
that would
close
be
to the
horrifying.
ring.
Yeah.
Faramir was able to resist a little bit more, but there again, it's kind of like there's a measure of pure of heart of Faramir and Boromir. I don't know. It's like first child getting pumped up by your parents too much,
yeah,
thinking you're invincible, but really you're not, type of deal. But we all have our flaws and everything, but it's kind of how you work through them. So I guess at the end of the day, I'd rather be somebody who could make a flaw but know that it is indeed wrong, and then try and make some sort of amends for it. So
yeah.
Also, one of the best scenes in the movie, his death.
Is his death?
Not because I wanted
yeah.
to see him die, but just
because
the
he took 4 arrows to the chest and kept going.
Well,
Except for
movie-wise,
that last one.
Movie-wise, Sean Bean, he's one of my favorite actors
yeah.
anyway. And the fight, the struggle was really accurately done
Did
there.
you see that thing on Facebook where he says, "I'm not
Yes.
taking any more roles where I die"?
Well, he does. He dies a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't die in National Treasure.
No, he just gets arrested,
Yeah.
right? He doesn't do the Disney fall down the shaft. Damn.
No, that was a great opportunity.
Exactly.
It was a really, really deep one.
Very true. So yeah, but that's what I'd say. He was always my favorite character, and I don't know. Aragorn's great. I love Aragorn too, and again, probably more in the book than I do in the movie. Although
right.
Viggo's portrayal was fantastic, but yeah. Boromir's got the number one for me.
Yeah.
I had no idea what an article was.
Cool. Thank you.
All right.
Are you all done with me now? Yeah, that's fine. Done.
We got Who knows what that is?
All right. It's Lane's turn. Okay. No, Sarah's not gone yet. Sarah's been busy. She's
20
been
questions.
Absolutely. Yes.
I do.
Ooh, yeah.
No, I don't. No, I don't actually. I do not
You don't
have any Lord of the Rings tattoos, unless you count my one ring. It's a natural tattoo. No, I do not. I'm sorry. I'll straighten up. I do not have any Lord of the Rings tattoos.
This is after hours. It's okay. We know what we're getting when we talk to Lane Smith. No, you got to answer Jen's question.
Okay.
It's who do you most admire in the series, which we already know the answer to.
Oh, the book.
Yeah, in the series. And then
Most admire or like best?
Most admire.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Is it not what we think it is?
Who do I most? What was the first question?
Most admire.
Who do I most admire the story?
You know what? You can pick anything that Tolkien's done because others have done that.
Rover Random. No, I'm kidding. Dude, I don't know. I have a new appreciation for Éowyn actually.
Yeah.
After reading this time around and seeing how she stands up to Aragorn for one, goes into battle, doesn't go, hey, like in the movies, hey Mary, it's me, ride with me. She's convincing as a man. She went in to fool people.
Yeah, she's
right?
committed to that role.
Yeah, I think I probably most admire her and Faramir because of their Aragorn had a lot of adversity too, but he also had figures in his life that really loved him. I don't know that Faramir did.
Yeah.
What happened to his mom? I don't know, and his dad was a big meanie, so I don't think I was gonna say something really nasty, and I was like, let's surprise people by being nice. So I don't know if two characters who are more admirable than them. Just because of the things they've had, the lack of maybe positive support they've had, maybe. No. And then who was the other one?
Who most represents you as Elaine?
Most
as Elaine Smith.
represents me.
Yeah.
That fox. in the woods.
That fox in the woods. Yeah.
A little aloof, a little wild.
Good at
but
scurrying.
knows more than people think.
Oh, there you go.
Or does he?
No one said Bill the pony, and now I'm waiting for that one.
Oh, Bill the pony. Probably the fox.
Yeah. Okay. You can be the fox. That's cool.
Because I like Butterbur, and I'm insane like him, but not really all the time. He's just like funny.
Yeah.
And I love that he like forgets to do one of the most important things of the entire story. And it's like Gandalf needed him to deliver that letter, and he fell through. And it's actually kind of something Ez would do, I think.
Oh.
So.
Shots fired. Called out.
Standard right there.
Dave will be mad at you. That's his mic. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Oh, it's Dave's mic?
I don't know. I'm just joking.
What if I put it in the fire?
Oh. Well,
I
almost died with this fire, so,
Okay. Is that...
No, those are Jen's
questions?
question.
Okay.
My question is, how is your second LEP going? You're the host. You're opening up your home to everybody.
I mean, the hero is Sarah. She has done so much stuff. Like for 2 weeks, we've been planning at night, and it's only because she's like, "Hey, we need to sit down and talk about this party. What would you like to do? How are we going to do this?" And she has things in her mind. She's a very excellent event planner. She did it in college and really liked it for her school.
Really?
Yes, she did. She'd do summer event planning with admissions. And she's like, Lane, I just love doing this. I love making people feel at home. I love creating atmospheres and events and stuff. And she's so good at it. So I feel, I don't know. It was, my girls are trying to sleep, dude.
For all those out there, people apparently like to drag race through the main street of Amanda, Ohio.
It's ridiculous. But no, I can't even. I was telling Kurt Jones, and you were here last year,
Yeah.
that like last year was this incredible, amazing experience that is unexplainable.
Yeah.
And I didn't think, I was like, it'll always be like, and it is very special and like impossible to top.
Yeah.
But dang, dude.
This year was
This
epic.
year blew it out like exponentially, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't in my wildest dreams anticipated it going this well and people having this much fun. And there's still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, like 20 people here still.
Yeah. A lot have left already, too. So what did we end up hitting?
I don't know.
40,
Was it like 40-ish
40, 50?
maybe? It
In
was
between
really
40
cool.
and 50.
Yes. Met a lot of people. Well,
Oh,
and
bye,
now,
guys. That's okay, Suzy.
see you guys. Get some sleep, Ethan. Ethan, sleep for me, okay?
Bye, guys.
Dang it, dude. You probably have like a big fluffy pillow and everything, too. What are you saying?
Doing okay?
Do you like hard pillows? Because I do. Firm pillows.
How's it going?
Behind his back, prop his back up, but not his head.
Oh, dang, dude. Holy crap, dude. That's right down. That's a good 7-inch. I'm sorry. For all of you not watching at home, I just saw Ethan's 7-inch scar.
Wow.
On his back. On his back, everyone. Gosh. Yeah, he wasn't on his back. Oh, my gosh, dude. Come on. Oh, by his hairline? Yeah, I have noticed that one. I love head scars. Yeah. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Was that for real? Oh, dang, dude. Come on, man. But up by the head was a bar fight? That's a metaphorical bar fight, man.
It is. Oh, my God.
It is.
Midnight.
It is. You guys are awesome.
That's why he's like, can you please
Love you guys.
Yeah, I need to go to bed.
Love you.
See you in the morning.
You're amazing. See you in the morning. Yep. Okay. Well, I just said goodbye to 2 amazing people.
I concur.
And
about the goodbye and the amazingness.
Yes. But yeah, no, I just all in all, I don't know, and it was yes. Probably define scary. Like adrenaline rush scary or like crap my pants scary? Okay. We went. I didn't think it was gonna be as scary as it was. We were in Canada. Sarah's family vacation. Yeah, it's scary enough, right? Just kidding. And then we did this cliff dive or cliff jump or something, and it's something they had done for years and then hadn't done for a while, and they were going back. There were enough people who wanted to do it. So we get there, and I look up, and I'm like, dang, this is really pretty tall. And we had to climb up to it, and I was, like, shaking on the way up because I had never done anything like that. And it was probably a good 50, 60 feet up. Yeah, probably about 60 feet up. We got to the top, and I envisioned, like, a real, just, like, obvious drop-off. We got to the top, and there was a spray-painted arrow. And I walked up to it, and I looked, and it was, like, this big slope down. And they were like, yeah, so what I've heard is you follow this arrow and you just keep running. They're like, don't stop running, don't try and jump, you just run until there's no more rock. And I'm like,
that's insane.
Oh my Lord. And I was like, all right. And Sarah and I didn't have the girls. If we had the girls, I wouldn't even go out on the boat to this place. But it was like, all right, we're gonna do this, that's fine. So I couldn't think about it very much. I had to just go. Mm-hmm. So I just started running, and it was the weirdest thing where literally it wasn't like, yeah, cliff jump. It was like still running. Oh, my gosh, I'm running down. And you're just like falling. I closed my eyes, and I was like, okay, I got to be right at the water. And I opened them, and I still had like 40 feet left. And I was like, God. Went into the water. It's that Canadian glacial stuff, so it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
So I was down like probably 10 feet, I would think, and the cold knocked the air out of my lungs, and so I tried to get up, and I like couldn't breathe. I'm a terrible swimmer, so that was probably one of the. Yeah, and I almost and then I'm like grabbing on the side of the boat, and her cousin's like, "Dude, hold on, man, you're gonna like pull me in." Or, tip the boat. So that was probably this like most unexpected scary thing. It was a blast, but I would never do it again. Like never. Like check that one off. That's cool. Let's move on. There's too much risk with that, man. If I trip and fall and roll down that, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Or I'm very hurt. So that was a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a.
Allie's busting out the big questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good party this year. Very good party.
Yeah.
We should just never have one again because you can't top this. I don't know.
You heard it here first. Lane's done. 2 years.
So, yeah, that's something we can build in next year's fireworks. I don't know how to do it. So, my plan was to, like, scurry over to the bike path and set them off at the bike path because then we could, like, scatter into the woods and they'd never find us. But because there's, like, tons of fireworks. Charlotte brought, like, a butt ton of fireworks. And I'm going to do it justice. I'm going to do them all, you know? 4th of July is in a couple weeks.
He's lying about that, obviously.
Lack of energy and
yeah.
I don't want to go all the way out there. Is that bad?
Do you guys have rules
it's like 400 feet.
Really? Wait, you guys made them illegal, and Michigan made them not illegal anymore.
Well, can I set them off in my yard though? Probably not. Really?
How illegal is it? Like civil infraction illegal? Go to jail illegal?
Repeat offender?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's midnight.
They
People
would
get
kill
so
me.
pissed.
They would kill me. So this party's been really great this year. I've appreciated it. And
Lane doesn't want to do fireworks. He has to live in this city.
Everybody has been amazing, and it's like jumping off a cliff. And I didn't ever want to do that again. Yeah. Guys, I'm a Baggins, okay? I'm now a Baggins. I've gone from a Took into a Baggins, and I'm just not. You have a lot of trees. I know. And that's the other thing I'm worried about. Mature, yep. See? Guys, if Charlotte brought them and she's like, nah, I'm good, I'm going with Charlotte.
Yeah.
Wisdom. Fireworks in the morning.
It'll wake everybody up. It'll be great.
So if it was a year ago, there was no house there a year ago next door.
Oh, yeah. Do people live there now?
Yes. And she's wonderful.
Oh, that's good.
But if there was no house there, I would totally run over there and do it right over there.
Oh, there you go.
No problem.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I'd still be scared, though. What are you doing? What are you doing to that thing, man? I don't know how they work. I've never set off a firework. I'm scared, guys. I'm just really scared of fireworks.
I support you.
People lose hands,
cool.
you know? AB, people lose hands. And other things.
And other things, yes. We've all seen those YouTube videos.
It's on YouTube. People losing members of their body.
People doing really stupid things with fireworks and lighting themselves on fire.
Okay, that makes sense. Joe Lewis almost did that. He poured gasoline on a fire.
Bill Joe Baggins poured gasoline on a fire.
Yeah. And he
Sounds smart.
He did a flash flare where he caught on fire for a second.
Oh, jeez.
And then
Do
he
you
was
still have
laughing
eyebrows?
nervously. I think he may have lost some hair, but it's on video.
Oh, there you go.
And he sent it to me. I said, "What is this, dude?" He was like, "I'm Burning Man."
Literally.
Literally. Yeah, no.
That's
this was
funny.
excellent. Who would you like to speak to next?
I don't know. Your wife's the only one left who wants to talk to me, maybe.
Where is she?
So.
She's in
Yeah.
Stall for me.
What are we going to talk about, Phil? We got to stall. Of course, I could press the pause button if I knew where it was.
We're going to
but I'm
have
not
Tristan
gonna
and
do
Elise
that.
come and do their songs that they were just singing.
Oh, yeah. You guys want to sing?
You want to do it for the pot? No.
You just sang in front of everybody. Now you can sing on the podcast. Are you going to sing, Mike?
That's a good one.
There you go.
Can't go wrong with The Greatest Showman.
Shersten wants Mike to sing from The Greatest Showman.
This Is Me.
Who sings that one in the movie?
The bearded lady. I can't remember her name.
A girl does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I was way late seeing it, but I was like, I've heard nothing but amazing stuff about this, so why not? I don't mind musicals that much. So.
Oh, yeah. Musicals are wonderful.
It was one of those, like, right when it starts, you're like, yeah, this is going to be pretty good. And it's, Hugh Jackman, so you can't go wrong.
I do love Hugh Jackman. He's pretty great. So.
And that's, like, what he does is, like, Broadway type stuff like that. So.
Yeah, he's super into that now. Yeah.
So it's, like, where he's at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he killed it.
My jam at the moment is Hamilton all the way. And I know it's, like, so cliched.
Oh, my wife was obsessed with that. Listened to it all the time.
Yeah. That's because it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Hamilton? Oh, it was so good. Yeah.
No.
I think you're like, enjoy your $300 ticket for an unobstructed view and seeing everything.
Did you have to buy it like a year out? Oh.
There are so many amazing parts of that show. Oh, my friend and I got season tickets to Broadway in Detroit specifically so we could see Hamilton. And then we knew we were going to Chicago 3 weeks later, and so we bought tickets to go see it again 3 weeks later in Chicago. So, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We just bought ones that had a different obstruction, so we have, so we've seen the whole show just in different ways, each time. So, but what's really great is that, oh, the cat's back. That's awesome. You can win the Hamilton lottery and get $10 tickets. So yes, if you just Google Hamilton lottery, you can, put your name in and win $10 tickets potentially. So.
How often did they pick someone?
I don't know if they have one for the traveling shows, but the New York show, the Chicago show, and then the San Francisco show, I believe all have a lottery.
And then there's like 2 hours
another
away.
one that I'm not remembering. So, yeah. I don't know. You guys going to drive to San Francisco? How far is that from
2
you?
hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah. Maybe 2.5 at most.
Yeah.
But, if Julia found out we could
I'm
see
gonna tell her.
Hamilton
Yeah.
2.5 hours away for $10
Yeah,
a piece,
you find out the day before so you can make your
married.
plans. And, yeah. No, I'm going to message her and tell her.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that.
Yeah. Or you guys could just buy tickets and go see it. That's also a possibility. So.
Is this still where you have to it's basically just always sold out, so you have to buy it so far ahead of time? Or is that?
I don't know. I mean,
It's been a few years since I heard.
The one that came to Detroit was the traveling show, so that was kind of different. It's a permanent show in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And for Chicago, we bought ours 3 weeks ahead of time, and it was fine. So you could probably buy one for next weekend, maybe, if you really wanted to.
Obstructed views.
Yeah. It's okay. You can still hear the singing, so it's the important part.
I've heard the soundtrack so many times.
Yeah.
So many times.
I don't know what happened to Lane. I don't know where he went with his wife. Who knows what they're doing?
I think
Just saying.
he was supposed to get her to come out here, and now I think he's...
I don't think it's going to happen.
She got him to stay there.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Ez storytelling. A circle of people.
I'm going to be... Phil, I need you to be sneaky. Phil, be sneaky and just stick your microphone over there. You got to sneak up behind him, though. Yeah. Phil's doing it.
A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. It's not thinking of any of
that. I totally had Phil stand behind you and try and record you.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
They sound good.
Yeah, it sounded nice. There's going to be a lot of editing of like dead air and stupid conversations that I've been having with people. So.
Ez, we're looking at you right now. You don't know this yet.
Are you ASMRing the microphone?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You have to whisper things.
I can't wait to pitch a tent with
look
you,
at
Ez.
Ez with all the ladies. He just has ladies surrounding him. He's like, it's story time,
I need to take
girls.
a picture of this because Ez
I'm gonna
is
tell you a
storytelling
story.
up on a chair, towering over a small circle of ladies.
A bevy of ladies hanging off his every word. Except for Allie, who's looking at me right now.
All right, friends, thanks for joining us there by the fire as we talked about some of our favorite Lord of the Rings characters who we liked, and then also characters who we felt like we either connected with or they embodied who we are. I'd like to hear, maybe down in the comments, your favorite character and which character maybe most represents you in the Lord of the Rings. And again, it was great to hear Elise and others go back into the Legendarium. So really, really kind of neat there. But thanks again for listening. And just a couple quick updates. Next week, I believe we're going to be working on the studio. So we will probably see you in a fortnight. We're going to have the Shire Rats in, and we'll be back into, I think it's the House of Healing. So look forward to that episode. I want to give a quick shout out to all of our Valar patrons here, though. So shout out to Alec, to Amanda, Alex, Ben, Brandon, Cecily, Charlotte, Chase, Erica, Jason, Jeffrey, Jennifer, Jessica, Kira, Matt, Nate, Nicholas, Phil, Sherston, Suzy, M.W. Wolf. So thanks to them. Just been wonderful to have their support for so long, and it's helped us do so much with the podcast, so we can't thank you guys enough for that. So also happy anniversary to Butterbur and Goldberry, Lane and Sarah. We love them so much, and they mean so much to us here in this community. And again, this whole event was to me life-changing, and it was just it was so much for them to open their homes to us. So I just want to give a special shout out to them again and wish them a happy anniversary. All right, well, again, thanks for joining us there by the fire. We look forward to getting back into the reread in the next couple weeks, so we will see you in a fortnight, and remember, Frodo lives.